Dinosaurs you never knew existed, because they were erased forever. Everything you were taught about dinosaurs is incomplete. Not wrong. Worse than that, missing. You know a few names. Rex, Raptor, Triceratops. Just a handful of famous faces, from an entire world buried in a grave. But here's the question no documentary ever asks you. What about the ones that left nothing behind? No bones, no footprints, no marks in stone. They lived, they hunted, they died in the billions. And the earth swallowed every trace that they were ever here. You were never supposed to know this. So let's find what little remains before the next 200 million years finish the job. Picture this, a forest, not 1 million, but 150 million years ago. Warm rain falling on giant ferns. Something moves between the trees, fast, small, alive. It dies on an ordinary afternoon. No drama, no volcano, just an ending. Now watch what happens next. Because this is the part no one shows you. Within hours, scavengers erase it completely. Within weeks, the forest floor absorbs what's left. Within a century, there is no trace that it ever existed. No shadow, no stain. For an animal to become a fossil, almost everything has to go right. It has to die in the right place, near water, near sediment, somewhere mud can bury it before decay begins. It has to avoid being eaten, avoid being crushed, avoid rivers that don't care how rare it was. Then that buried body must survive millions of years of pressure, heat, shifting continents, and grinding rock, without being destroyed. And after all that, a human has to pass over that exact spot, at the exact moment, and notice it. Do you understand how small that chance is? Fossilization is not rare, it is a miracle that fails almost every time. So ask yourself the real question. How many lives never passed that test? And it doesn't stop there. It gets worse, layer by layer. Layer 1. The wrong address. Fossils only form where sediment builds up. River deltas, swamps, lake beds, ocean floors. That's it. Now think about everywhere else. Mountain forests, dry highlands, volcanic slopes, dense jungle canopies rising 100 feet high. Entire ecosystems existed in places where preservation was impossible, living their whole lives inside what you could call a fossil blind zone, and disappearing completely. Layer 2. The wrong body. Small, soft, fragile bones. That's a death sentence for being remembered. Bird-sized dinosaurs, soft-bodied creatures with no shells, no protection. They decay long before the Earth even gets a chance to preserve them. We don't have a small dinosaur problem because they were rare. We have it because they were fragile. The fossil record doesn't show what existed. It only shows what was strong enough to survive death. Layer 3. Time itself, erasing evidence. Earth's tectonic plates do not care about archaeology. Entire continents have been dragged into the planet's interior, melted, reformed, erased forever. Regions where dinosaurs lived and died now lie hundreds of miles underground, locked in rock no drill will ever reach. Oceans opened and closed, continents collided and shattered. Every time the Earth folds, it can erase a graveyard the size of a country. Layer 4. Us. Less than 1/3 of Earth's land has ever been seriously searched for fossils. War zones, dense rainforests, ice sheets 2 miles thick. The entire ocean floor, we've explored a fraction of a fraction. And every year, erosion reveals fossils, and destroys them, before anyone can find them. Right now, at this exact moment, somewhere on Earth, a skeleton that took 100 million years to preserve, is dissolving in the rain. No one will ever know it existed. Stop, and let that sink in. We've named about 1,000 dinosaur species. 1,000, from a kingdom that ruled this planet for over 165 million years. For comparison, humans have existed for less than 300,000 years. Now scale that. If 1,000 species survived the impossible odds of fossilizing, being found, and studied. How many didn't survive even one step? Some scientists estimate the real number of dinosaur species could be in the tens of thousands. Others push it into the millions, if you count every isolated population, every regional variation, every species that evolved and vanished without leaving a single bone behind. We are not looking at a complete tree of life. We are looking at a few final leaves, scattered across the ground, long after the forest burned down. Whatever you imagine dinosaurs looked like, no matter how strange, somewhere, something even stranger lived and died, with no name, no record, no trace. This isn't lost knowledge, it's knowledge that was never possible to have. Stay with me, because this next part will change how you see every fossil museum, forever. This is the concept paleontologists actually use to deal with this gap. It's called the incompleteness of the fossil record, and once you understand it, you will never trust a complete skeleton the same way again. Imagine a 1,000-page novel. Now imagine someone randomly tears out 990 pages. You're left with just 10 scattered pages. No beginning, no ending, just fragments. That's the fossil record. Paleontologists are not reading dinosaur history. They are reconstructing a story from a few surviving pages and guessing the rest. Every new species you see in the news isn't really new. It's a page that survived 100 million years in a world actively trying to erase it. And here's the part that should unsettle you. Mass extinction events didn't just kill species. They reset the chances of preservation to zero. Each extinction wiped out not only animals, but the exact environments needed to fossilize the next generation. Imagine a library burning down every few 100,000 years. Each time, a few books survive by accident. No one chose which books would survive. It was never about importance. It was about place, timing, and luck. That is the real scientific process behind everything you know about dinosaurs. You are not seeing history. You are seeing survivors of an accident. So now we reach the conclusion. Somewhere, beneath the forest floor of a country with no fossil exploration, an entire species is dissolving back into the soil, right now. Just as it has for 10,000 years, unseen. Somewhere, beneath 2 miles of Antarctic ice, there may be creatures that lived in a warm Antarctica before it froze, sealed forever, perhaps never to be found. Somewhere, on an ocean floor we've mapped less than the surface of Mars. Bones are turning to stone in total darkness, in a place no human may reach for centuries, or ever. We didn't lose these dinosaurs. We never found them. They weren't erased by a single catastrophe. They were erased by the most patient force of all, time, working silently, for 100 million years, while no one was watching. Every dinosaur skeleton in every museum is a survivor of something that has no name. The slow, silent disappearance of everything that ever lived. And the most terrifying part is not that pieces of the puzzle are missing. It's that we don't even know how big the puzzle was. We will never know what we lost. We will only ever know what remained. So next time you look at a dinosaur skeleton, look carefully. It is not the story of a species. It is just the one page that survived the fire.